어? 내가 고양이가 됐어요. 어? 내가 고양이가 됐어. 냥이? 냥이! 냥이 어떡하라고요? 냥아! 아하! 아하! 어어. 뭔가 귀엽다. 떨어졌다. 아파. 내가 티컵이 됐는데? 어이구. 어떡해. 아줌마 인생도 너무 기구하다. 탕탕탕탕. 어딘가 가면 커맨드가 뜨겠죠? 어우.
Hey there, gorgeous.
안녕 이쁘니?
I see my old lady brought the bleach again. What a shame. I really liked your eyes. It could have been a start of something very exciting for us, if you know what I mean.
눈을 이렇게 다들 좋아하네.
She does that every single time. What do they call it? Trust issues. That's it. Well, never mind. Plenty more fish in the sea. I'm not too fussy, but even I have some standards. Ain't gonna touch a bird like you, I gotta be honest, girl. You look like shit. But I wouldn't want you to think I'm not a kind man. Plenty of time until dinner, and you're in pain, so I've brought something to end your suffering. Think of it as an option. I've got this gun here. It's one of my favorites.
그러지 마. 고통 안 받게 해주려고 총 갖고 왔다는데.
Just one bullet in the chamber. Large caliber.
탄창에 총알이 하나 있대.
Dead before you'd feel any pain. Sounds good, doesn't it?
아니.
I mean, it's just an idea, you know, no pressure. Ah, of course. You can't see it. That bleach turned your eyes to nothing but jelly.
왜?
So I'll just leave it for you here. Feel free to use it. That bullet's meant for you anyway. I'd better go now. We won't want to get caught red-handed again, would we? You naughty minx.
뭐? 이거 두고 간대.
What was that?
응? 뭐?
You can't reach it.
저게 닿지 않지?
Well, what did you expect?
그럼 뭘 기대하는 거야?
Life's a real fucker sometimes.
삶은 아주 거지 같아. 그런 거야? 고양이 왔다. 슝. 키. 뚱. 오. 저기 괜찮아. 가만히 있으면 돼. 괜찮아. 가만히 있으면 돼. 어떡하지? 여기는 더 갈 수 없어. 샷건을 들고 있는데? 빨리 가. 됐다! 살았다! 됐다! 살았다! 텅!
What? Who's this?
나예요.
My eyes. I can't see a thing. That bitch.
아이, 그 여자가 내 눈을
A key.
열쇠?
Who are you?
눈이기니.
Say something. Anything.
야옹해.
I should be able
예,
to
그런
unlock
영국
the handcuffs
게임이요.
now.
딱 발음이 딱 영국식 발음. 야옹해, 야옹아, 야옹해. 야옹이, 야옹해. 수잔이 티컵을 엄마 좋아하는데 야옹이가 야옹해야지. 어? 어?
No! No, no, no! I dropped it.
떨어뜨렸대, 죽다가.
Where is it? Where
어딨지?
the hell is it?
나 되게 답답해. 내가 지금 움직이고 있어요. 바닥을 뒤적거려. 찾았다. 이제 어떻게 해? Shoot yourself. 죽어야 돼?
I'm sorry, Mitzi.
미치
I have
미안해요.
to break my promise.
자살하지 않기로 했는데 죽어야겠어요. 이모탈리티. You are dead. 뭐야? 나 안 죽어. You are dead 이런 거 하지 마. 뭐지?
Hope you don't mind creepy posters.
It's your room. You can do what you like with it.
자기 방에 저런 거
I
붙였나봐.
definitely list fairies, rainbows, and pink unicorns. Did you make these?
No. My boyfriend made them. Some of them anyway.
자기 남자친구가 만들어줬대.
So, Miss Ashworth, I happen to have a bottle of wine in my bag. I was
가방에
going to
와인
leave it to
있대.
Robert, but I forgot all about it.
Robert?
The guy with the rats.
Oh, yes. Of course.
So, shall we have a drink then? We could get to know each other. a
한잔
bit more.
할래요?
I know, I promised I won't get in the way. And, I mean, you don't have to if you don't feel like it. But since we're going to live together for a little while, it won't hurt if we talk to each other, will it?
와. 예.
Yeah, that's okay, I guess.
Great! I'll bring the wine.
그래. 한잔 합시다.
Damn. It's one of those bottles with a cork.
야, 나
Have you got a bottle
코르크
opener,
있어.
Miss Ashworth?
다른 거
In the
있어요.
kitchen. I'll go get it, shall I?
내가
Yes,
갖고 올까요?
please. And while you're there, could you get a couple of glasses too?
자, 이제 컵이랑
Have you found that corkscrew yet? We'll also need some wine glasses.
와인 글래스랑 그거 코크. 그래도 사람 있으니까 좀 괜찮다. 집에 좀 사람이 사니까. 오픈.
I should make a coffee first. I need a mug of coffee first.
냉장고에 뭐 없는 건 여전하네. 와인잔이 어디 있을까요? 찬장에 있으려나? 여기 있구나. 됐어요. 2개 챙겼어요. 좋아. 지금 안 돼. 그지? 행복 기분, 나쁜 기분 이제 없네. 내 방. 야, 술 마시자.
Have you found that corkscrew yet? We'll also need some wine
아,
glasses.
유수해야 돼 또? 아이고, 알았습니다. 그러게요. 아, 기브.
Have some wine glasses.
Great. Now all we need is a corkscrew.
기브.
There we go. Let's get that bottle open.
All right. That's all we need. Oh, and Miss Ashworth, I really must say this before we start.
뚜껑을 열래요.
I promise I won't cut your throat when you're asleep.
Very funny, Mitzi.
Oh, no, I mean it.
That's fine. But just so you know, I always sleep with my eyes open.
눈 뜨고 잔대. 우와. So, the big sea. 우와.
So, the big C. Want to talk about it?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really want to tell you about it like that.
얘기하고 싶지 않대.
I put you in a very difficult position, I know. It's just that I was really desperate to get this room. I hope you can understand. This is the last and most important thing I must do before my time is up.
It's fine. You seem alright. It's just... I find it hard to trust people these days. Maybe it's time I opened my eyes to see others have problems too. Some, like yourself, even bigger than mine. What kind of cancer is it? Do you mind me asking?
Brain tumor.
빅 C가
And
캔서에
then
대해서?
glioblastoma.
블레인 뭐라고?
Her.
Yep, they're all girls, the way I imagine it. Just look at their names. Lymphoma, melanoma, myeloma, leukemia, sarcoma. Each of them a fucking goddess of death. Beautiful and ruthless.
You might just be right about that, Mitzi. I used to be a nurse. I know a few things about cancer. And I know glioblastoma. She's a real bitch.
Yeah, and yet she gets to be the prom queen before night ends, while I disappear down the back exit.
허허, 아, 내 종이야. 크로
Said I
안녕?
had a year.
허허.
But that was 6 months ago, so... yeah. Not awfully long.
Is there anything...
They've tried.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So am I. Do you want to talk about something else?
how 그래
How are
그
you planning
남자를
to find
찾는데
this
어떻게 할
guy?
건지
I
물어봅시다.
don't know yet. A bit of detective work, perhaps. It shouldn't be that hard, really. There are only 8 apartments here. One is yours. That leaves us with 7. I was hoping that you could give me
요
a hand,
아파트에
actually.
살고 있나 봐.
You know some of your neighbors, don't you?
Not many. I never really cared about them. They changed over the years too. You probably also figured by now that this is not the sort of place where new neighbours are greeted with a freshly baked cake. You see a new face, you give them a blank stare as you pass them in the hall, and you forget about them a minute later.
That bad, eh?
Well, there's that bald guy who lives above me in flat 5. He came here recently to shout in my face.
아,
He's a nasty
그
piece
어제
of work,
소리치던
but
남자가
I
5층
really don't
남자구나.
think he's the person you're looking for.
응.
What does he do for a living?
I think he's a train driver.
아, 그 사람
Can't
열차
imagine somehow
운전수라고?
that my guy would be a train driver. Okay, that's good. Leaves us with just 6. Anyone else you know?
I'd have to think.
You know, maybe not tonight. Let's just talk about something else, okay?
그래요.
Plenty of time. There's no need to rush this. Maybe tomorrow we could sit down together and make a plan. I could draw a simple map of the building, and with your help, mark down who lives where.
Sounds good to me, Mitzi. Oh, it's not raining anymore.
Oh well, I don't mind rain. Sometimes I even like it.
비 오는 걸 좋아해.
According to weather forecast, there's a nasty fog coming. Now that I'm actually scared of. I got lost in a fog once when I was just 9 or 10. I remember I sat under a tree crying, thinking some monster would appear right in front of me and drag me away.
But now that you're a big girl, you know there are no monsters.
Yeah? How do you know?
응? I never seen one, nor has anyone else. The only monster...
Maybe you're right. I will believe in them when I see one.
With this fog approaching fast, you might be in luck, Miss Ashworth. I am so glad I'm not spending another night outside. I might be a big girl now, but there will always be a part of me that is frightened, I guess.
아, 무서워.
Did you know they actually have a name for it? It's called homiclophobia.
호미클로포비아?
We are
약간-
living in crazy times, Mitzi. You mentioned a boyfriend.
뭔가 남자친구
Tell me
있다
something
그랬지.
about him.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about him. His name's Jack.
이름은 제게요.
He's dead.
어?
Oh.
왜?
Miss Ashworth, are you sure you want to listen about my miserable life? I don't want to bring you down. These aren't happy stories.
우울한
And I'm
얘기가
not
하고
a
싶지
happy
않다고.
stories kind of person. I'm sure you've noticed
자기도
by now.
자기도 밝은 사람이
Guess so.
그럴 줄 알았다.
Anyway, I suppose I would have had to tell you about Jack sooner or later. After all, he is the main reason I'm here. I just don't know where to start.
어디서부터 시작해야 될지 모르겠군요. Tell me how to met. 어떻게
Tell me how you
만났는지.
two met.
Oh, we knew each other for like forever. We grew up on the same street.
같은
It's
곳에서
funny how we
살았어.
seem to be made for each other. Perfect match.
서로에서 뭔가를
I always knew
만들어주고.
he was the guy for me, and I'm sure he never doubted that either. Jack was absolutely crazy about me.
아하. 아주
But one day
미친
we
듯이
would marry,
좋아했구나.
have children, be happy. I never had many friends because I had Jack. I didn't need anybody else. You know, if there's one
쟤만
thing
있으면
I'm really
됐대.
grateful for in my life, it's that I got to experience this pure, perfect love. Some people go through a lifetime without knowing how it feels. I guess I've been very lucky. But all luck runs out sometimes.
How did he take the news about your cancer?
How did he take the news about your cancer?
He thought I was joking at first. He laughed.
처음에 농담인 줄
He
알았대.
got really angry.
그리고 되게
I
화나했대.
swore to him I was serious, but he still wouldn't believe me. We had a big
잘
fight that
떠나지
night.
않았다고.
It was our first and only fight. It was awful. He smashed some stuff. His guitar, of all things, was the worst. He loved that guitar. Why did he break it?
다 때려
He was
부셨다고?
absolutely furious. He walked out on me that night, and when he came back the next day, he was different. Begged me to try surgery and chemotherapy. I didn't really want those things, but I did the
병
chemo
낫게
for him.
하려고 뭔가 많이 했나봐.
It didn't help. It just made me feel sick all the time. I felt
근데 걘
trapped
그러기,
in
얘는
a
이러기
strange
싫었다고.
place where nothing that happened around me seemed real. Maybe that's why I didn't see what my cancer was doing to Jack, and it was destroying him as well. He changed. He became obsessed with death. It seemed death was all he ever thought about, even though it was me, not him, who was supposed to die.
그래,
Jack
제
made those pictures
그
on
벽에
your
걸린
wall.
그림
Was he an
남자친구가
artist?
만들어준 거라고
He always
했거든요.
liked all kinds of morbid stuff, whether it was music,
아티스트였냐고.
movies, paintings. So do I, really. We had that in common, amongst other things. People say it's depressing to listen to sad songs or watch sad films, but I never felt that way.
And yet, you are scared of fog.
Oh, that's different. I might be scared of fog, but I like spiders. They're beautiful.
거미를
You
좋아해?
must be out of your mind, Mitzi.
No, honestly, there's a certain indescribable beauty in sadness.
호호.
Just like there's beauty in the grey and ugly winter morning when you look past the obvious and notice what others can't see.
You must love my apartment then. It's like Ugly took a vacation here and never went home again.
그거 어떻게
How did he
죽었지?
die?
오,
How did Jack die?
담배 핀다.
It was so distant in the last few weeks before he died.
어디로
What I
갔다고?
didn't know was that he kept looking for something. I don't think he even knew what exactly. But
뭔가
it
좋지.
eventually found him. Or rather, he found him.
응.
There are those forums online, you know, about all sorts of stuff. Fishing, computer games, horses, gambling, addictions. Everything, really. Accidentally, Jack stumbled upon one about suicide.
오.
There's a guy there. Calls himself the Eye of Adam. He's a fucking god on that forum.
그 약간 자살 커뮤니티 이런 데에 들어갔단 얘기인가
People
보다.
mostly try to help each other.
그런 데서 이렇게 운영자 같은 사람을 만났나 봐.
Sometimes it just helps to know there are others like you. To listen to their stories
아!
and how they cope with their lives. But the Eye of Adam is an advocate of death. He dwells on human weakness. His job is to plant an idea, to give them a reason to die and tell them how to do it.
허허, 그 사람, 그 커뮤니티 운영자가 어떻게 죽으라고 그렇게 해줬나 봐요. 그래서 잭이 그래서 죽었나 본데. 자살했나 본데, 그래서.
One day he sat down with me and tried to explain his perfect solution. It was the Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. We were both to die together in each other's arms. It was supposed to be a quick and foolproof death.
같이 죽으려고 그랬어?
There was no chance we would have been saved. All thanks to the Eye of Adam, who created a tool for perfect suicide. He told me it was very simple. All we needed were two easily accessible household chemicals, which combined together create gas called
아,
hydrogen
이거 미국에서 한때 좀 유행했던 그 자살법인가 봐. 그거 막, 뭐, 락스랑 뭐랑 막 섞으면 유독가스가 나와갖고 그걸 마시고 죽는 그런 건가 봐.
reasoned with me, then he begged, and eventually just kept screaming at me.
왜 소리 질렀어?
I figured it was his crazy idea of a modern romance, but it was downright tacky and just wrong. Finally, he said he would get everything ready and wait for me in our special place at dawn. 5
다
in the morning.
준비했대.
Don't be late. Those were his last words he said to me. Then he stormed out. I cried for hours, thinking I didn't deserve all that from the person I loved most in the whole world. A few times I even tried to persuade myself that maybe he was right and I should do it. I just couldn't.
얘는 그래도 좀 세상에 이렇게 막 그렇게 막 부정적은 아니었나 봐. 그래서 못 갔나 봐.
I was so tired. I woke up suddenly. I could see the sun rising out my window. It was nearly 5. In
5시.
utter panic, I threw myself off the bed and ran out the door. I needed to stop him. I needed to get there before it was too late.
이제 그를 말리러 가는데
But right there
이미
in my
죽었나
bedroom,
봐.
before I even left, I already knew it was.
Huh?
When I arrived at our special place, it was already bright. We used to go there in the past, drink wine.
자기네 둘이 이렇게 잘 놀던 장소에서 그 남자가 이렇게 같이 죽게끔 이렇게 장소를 마련했었나 봐.
Special about that old parking lot. But else there was. It was completely abandoned. It was quiet. It was safe. After that day, I've never gone there again.
두 번 다시는 안 간대. 오잉? 나 걸어가. 소리 봐라. 여기구나. 미안.
I'm so sorry. I think now I understand. He loved you so much, he couldn't bear the thought of living without you. And that guy, the Eye of Adam. I'm not surprised you want to find him. I know I would.
아, 그래서 저 여자가 찾으려는 게 그 커뮤니티의 운영자를.
But hey,
아,
that's none of my business. I wouldn't know what I'd do if this happened to me.
Good to know, but I really just want to talk. I want to face Jack's killer and tell him what he's done to me. You know, the funny part is, he actually told me where he lives. He wants to meet me. Would you believe that?
How come?
Well, this kind of thing he does is called trolling. on the
Trolling.
internet. It's usually a form of extreme bullying, psychological cruelty. Those who are clever enough say, don't feed the troll. Don't talk to them. It only makes it worse if you show any interest in them at all. And Eye of Adam is no exception. He craves attention. He's a hungry troll who wants to devour as many hearts as he can get a hold of.
갑자기 안개가 되게
I
자욱하겠네요.
emailed him and told him I was a massive fan who loves his work. He wouldn't believe me at first. But trolls are always hungry, and I was prepared to serve him a meal fit for a king.
What do you mean?
I fed him so much bullshit that he really believed I'm a suicide preacher just like him.
Great. I wish he'd given you his door number though.
담배 연기라고?
It's all a part of some sick game he's playing. Sooner or later, I'll find him.
호호. There are things on the car windows? 아, signs car
There were
windows?
signs on the car windows.
아까
Warning
그건가?
signs, yeah.
응.
I found on that forum that the Eye of Adam doesn't want any accidental deaths. So we posted this poster design for people to print.
아,
It turns out there's a whole sick
또
ideology.
다른 사람은 안 말려드게끔 그 운영자가 그렇게 자살하는 사람들한테 그걸 붙이라고 프린트까지 디자인해서 주나봐. 징그럽다 진짜.
To embrace it.
Jesus. You'd think the police would investigate the whole thing. Sounds almost like a sect.
This guy knows how to hide. The police can't be bothered to make an effort. It took me 3 months to track him down. Now I'm finally so close. I can almost smell that fucker.
거의 다 왔구나. 그래서 이 여자도 계속 찾다 보니까 이 아파트로 축약이 된 거예요. 그래서 아하.
What are those two chemical products?
Well, I'm not sure if you
뭘
want
두
to know
개
that.
섞어야 그런 게 나오려나?
I get it.
네.
You don't want to tell me because I'm a fucking suicidal maniac. Is that it?
알려달라
No, Miss
그랬더니
Ashworth. No, I didn't mean it like that. Okay. Maybe to some extent. Just replace maniac with victim and fucking with recovering. You've only just come back from the hospital. Whatever it was that made you do it.
뭔진 얘기 안 해준 거야?
proved
지금
you're capable
점점점
of
해준 거야?
going through with it. I don't know you long enough to tell you if you're completely over it now. And the last thing I want is to give you stupid ideas. It would be just like what the Eye of Adam does. I would never forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me. I mean, how could I?
What I promise I will never do
What
it.
if I promise to you I will never do it again?
이거겠지? 응? Okay, alright.
Okay. Alright. But if you don't keep your promise, Miss Ashworth, I'll find you in hell and kick your lying ass for breaking my already broken heart.
You can't kick my ass when I'm dead.
I'll soon be dead too, Miss Ashworth. So, yeah, I swear I will do it.
I don't think so. You'll go to heaven, you muppet.
어?
The recipe for this deadly cocktail is very simple. Any good housewife can make it in a blast.
부활했다. 우린 야옹이 어디 갔니? 나 죽고 나서 눈도 얻었어 지금. 멋있어. 계단. take. 고양이 집게? 캣 그리버? 그게 뭐죠? doors. Strange noise is coming from the other side of the door. 반대편 쪽 문에서 이상한 소리가 들려온다. 구. 무서워. 이게 뭐야? 스닉 인. 아, 이게 몰래 들어간다 이 소린가? 아하. 뒤로. 문워크. 총이 어디 있었어요? 아까 총 내가 써버렸는데? 총알 한 방 들어있는 거 내가 써버렸어요. 어떻게 해야 되지? 장총. 아, 오케이. 스네기엔. 룸. 건락커를 본다. Collecting guns must be. If you. But I can. Alright, next to you. 저걸 꺼내고 싶은데 얘가 일어날 것 같아. Pest control man. Maybe she is drunk or drugs. Regardless of that, I have no chance in a fight with this guy. 아직 얘랑 싸울 수가 없어. But he's not the He's not the sharpest tool in the box. I will have to use my wit to get rid of him. This must be his private room. He sit here all day playing with his guns, while Ugly Betty, 그 사람 이름 베티야? Ugly Betty on upstairs cooks his food. What a charming couple. 아, 정말 얼마나 죽이 맞는, 그러니까 charming, 그러니까 이쁜? Look at the window. 어이? There's a cold draft. 찬 공기가 창문을 향해서 창문을 통해서 들어온다. 네, 쓸 수 없네요. 뒤로 갑시다. 아직은 여기는 좀 나중에 오는 데인가봐. 여기 위에도 뭐가 있나? 네, 사장님 안녕하세요. 어서오세요. 여러분 추천 한번 눌러주셨어요. 추천 한번 눌러주세요. 무서워. 세이브하자. 누가 오는 것 같은데? 라디오. 윈도우. 밖에 안개가 자욱하다. I could never find my. 집에 가는 길도 보이지 않는다. 소파. 살펴본다. Everything. 이 집 안에 있는 모든 것이 다 낡았다. There's a cup. 이게 뭐죠? Dust all over it. 막 누가 오는 것 같은데 소리가. 이게 뭐한데요? 램프? 계단? 아, 거미줄. 아, 감사합니다. 하여튼 이 집에 있는 모든 것이 늙었나봐. 늙은 게 아니고 낡았나봐. 아주 좋은 램프다. 어? 어? Nothing happens. In this new light 뭐들? 이거 뭐 형광등 이런 거 얘기하는 건가? I should look around for one. 오케이, 알았어요. lamp. 여기도 찾아야 되는구나. 알았어. 위로 가는 계단이 있는데 여기? 무서워. 전구, 맞죠. 메인 도어 열리지 않겠지? 어? Small window. Glass on the side window is broken. Van. Search back for van. 이 열쇠를 저 남자한테서 가지고 와야 될 것 같은 그런 상큼한 느낌이 드는데. 이게 뭐야? lose? 잃어버린. Part of the wheel badly damaged. 여기다가 차를 한번 꽁하고 박았나봐. 그래서 여기가 무너졌다 그 얘기인 것 같은데. Pull out. 헤헤. OMG. 내 무서워서 살 수가 없다. I can't quite pull out this block with just my fingers. 그러면 이것을 유수 해봐요. 언니, 내가 이거를 갖고 왔잖아요? 안 되네. Look in. The door is locked. 운전자석에 자기 핸드폰을 두고 갔대, 저 남자가. 그러니까 남자 핸드폰을 남자가 두고 갔대요. 저기로 계속 가면 뭐가 나올까? 세이브하고 가보자. 뭐 죽진 않지만 뭔가 무서운 게 나올 것 같아. 가자. Let's go. 창문 열려 있었다 그랬어요? 아유, 나가지 못해. 계속 빙빙 돌아. 길을 못 봐갖고 계속 빙빙 돌아. 안 되네요. 가자. 집 안에 들어가서 또 뭐 해야 되나봐. I'm scared. There is only bedrooms up there. I should better stick to the ground floor for now. 지금 밑을 둘러보는 것이 더 좋겠다. 램프. 아하! 뜨거워서 집을 수 없대. Why? Why? 여기 있다. 여기 불 켜져 있는 거네? 이 여자야. 좀 살기 위해서는 그 정도의 뜨거움은 좀 참아줘야 되는 거 아니에요? 클라. 오픈. 엄청 늙은 시계다. 여기로 들어가야 되나봐. 선택지는 여기밖에 없어. 기다려봐. 내가 무서워서 살 수가 없다. 우리 저 칸 하나만 집어갈까요? 쿠커. 더러운 냄비에서 늙은 고양이를 끓이고 있다. 나 이거 굉장히 꺼려지는데, 나 지금 이거? 열고 싶지 않은데, 스토리 진행상 열어야 될 것 같고, 이거, 굉장히 좀, 열자. The door is stuck. 문이 막혀있다, 잠겨있다. 하지만 그게 더 나을지도. 그래, 맞아. 나도 같은 생각했어요. 이 안에 뭐가 들어있을지 누가 알아. 어머.